This is Damon Stevens. Finwell Bullers. Today is Tuesday, May 10th, 2022, in the stock market update for trades of the day. And just getting you prepped for tomorrow, Wednesday, we have CPI numbers coming out pre-market. So just be prepared. That's 8:30 Eastern time. We'll hear about what the consumer price index numbers will be. And that could possibly cause a swing pre-market. So just be prepared for that. Also, make sure before the market opens that you're looking at the VIX to see if it's above or below 30. If it's still in this range where it's at today, today in the last few days around 35, expect more downside of the market. So let's get right into it and take a look what's going on. Again, we're not financial advisors, but we're showing you our trades and the things that we think that will help us and along help you as well. FinwealthLive.com is where you can get free access to our Discord and free training out there as well. And join us for live trading. We also publish our numbers before the market opens so that you know exactly what we're looking at and what the numbers are for exit and entry and exit. Looking at the overall market here, as we get right into it, you can see pretty mixed across the board. FANG stocks definitely did better than most. You can see here BHVN, nothing really kind of hit our numbers, but the volume on BHSN, BHVN, that's because it was a purchase, so that's why that's up there so high. But we did not trade that one. Looking at the Dow Jones, you see that it was down 0.26%. Nasdaq was up 0.98%, and S&P 500 up 0.25%. And you kind of see just kind of this ebb and flow of the market, kind of up and down. So hopefully you're careful if you're trading today. It was kind of swing kind of both directions, so it might have been a little difficult to trade, but we were trading it today, and so we'll take a look at the charts and see kind of what we expect. Again, here's the chart. Basically, this is our calendar here, and you can see that CPI numbers come out 8:30 on Wednesday. Thursday will be initial job claims, so this could also create some volatility. And then on Friday, I don't see anything here that would be critical to swinging the market, but basically Thursday, Friday is our biggest news days. Looking at where we're at, so SoFi, Oxy, and Roblox were today, and did not trade these. SoFi, I looked at SoFi, but just you really had one chance that today and then pull back, and nothing in after hours looked appealing, so I did not trade those. But I am looking at Walt Disney tomorrow and Rivian for possible trades tomorrow on Wednesday. So just something to be aware of. If those are on your list, or if they're not on your list, but you'd like to consider them, they'll be reporting earnings tomorrow. Looking at oil, we talked about this, to hit a high and then we had a pullback. A quick pullback yesterday and a little sell-off there as money moved out of the energy sector into others. And you see that we're kind of close flat today, so not a whole lot of action today. So looking for, we are above the 20 moving average, so looking for a play back up to 64. ALB, so this was on our earnings list. We talked about this for a few days. It did spike down through, and it did at least check in to our moving averages, and then move back and close back above that upper trend line that we talked about the last couple of days. So there's still a chance we get bounced up here and work back our way back to highs, especially since it was able to close above that trend line. But something to definitely pay attention to. If we break down, we could go back into a pattern down here of chop. Apple on the weekly chart, you can see here we held that 50 moving average, which we've done before. Maybe tomorrow or Thursday, maybe between those two news days, maybe that'll either help us to understand if we're going to break down below, or if we can get some momentum here and start bouncing and get a little bit of a relief rally going on. So supports down here at this 154, resistance at 260 or 162 here at the 20 moving average. Tesla on a weekly chart, you can see here that we are below the 50 moving average now. That's where we closed. We've been down there before. Just looking to hold support right where we're at right now. If not, we could break down to 700. Would be the next line in the sand. But we really got to get hold this 800 level that we're at right now and bounce off of here for Tesla to kind of rally back up. So we're kind of right between the 900 level that we were at and 700 below. So just watch that action tomorrow on the open if you're playing Tesla to see if it's below or above 800. Nvidia continues to pull back here. We are closing underneath the 50-day moving average now. That means we very well could come down to, test the 141 area where the 200 moving average is. So unless we get back, above 188, just look for possibly more downside. Netflix, we are just closing barely below the 200, 177. So if we can't break back above 177, then we could be coming down further. We are on a monthly chart right now because daily and weekly do not show any trend lines. So we are kind of at the bottom here. So looking to see if we get a bounce here at all. If not, there could be a lot more downside, but Netflix has pretty much been beat up pretty good right now. And you see here, if we go back, 133 would be kind of the next level. We're lying in the sand where we had a pivot. So ways down there. That would be quite a flush for Netflix. Facebook's kind of been in that same boat as well. But you can see here, we're closed below the, pretty much below all the moving averages here. Well, that's on daily. I'm going to take you to a weekly chart, see if we can get some support levels. And see here, you can see we're below the 200. So we'll go to a monthly. It's just a little bit of training here to show you, what you see, how you can find support and resistance areas. So on a monthly chart, similar to Netflix, you see that we're kind of bouncing right off of this 100 moving average, but we're below the 50 and the 20. So really, we should have support down here on this monthly 100 moving average, which is at 177. So as long as we stay above 177, we should be able to bounce hopefully and get a little bit of a recovery up towards 237, which is where the 50 moving average is. Or we could just be kind of sandwiched in here for a little bit. Definitely subscribe if you haven't to our YouTube channel, and continue to watch these videos, and hopefully these are providing some help to you in your trading. And if they are, then definitely click the like button and help us out and continue to bring these videos to you. Look at the 10-year yield. 10-year yield, boy, we talked about this, right here back 2014, 2018, and we're back here at 2022. So elevated here, it looks like it tried to spike up towards this high and it failed. So just got to watch this. But right now, we did break below 3.0, which is, we were above it. And that's kind of where you can see the last two periods we were at. So just keep an eye on that 10-year yield. If we start to see a reaction here on the negative side or new highs, definitely going to see more volatility in the market. The dollar hovering up here on those highs. So you see here again, this is 2017, 2020, 2021. Dollar is definitely elevated up here, and continues to look like it's pushing forward. So we're almost at 104. So definitely elevated dollar. Energy sector, so you can see energy again pulling back here, tagged the 50 moving average, bounced back up, sitting there around 76. If we break below 75, we'd be coming down lower. If we can get back up, above the 20 or at 78, we may be able to trace back up this candle and start to move towards highs again. Here's the VIX sitting here flat, right at 32, almost 33. Got this wedge here that we're in. So if we break above here and go towards 38, definitely that could cause a catalyst to really drop the market. Could we get that tomorrow pre-market? It's possible. So just, we want to watch for it and see, what it's going to do to the market. Definitely the opinion out there is that the market's going to have one more just quick downturn, capitulation that's going to happen to drive the market down, bounce, shake out people, bring that true fear in, and then bounce and hopefully start to rally from there. But we'll see what happens. Definitely watch the VIX pre-market and during the open so you can see what the market's going to do. Here's a SPY. So on daily chart here, you see it's below all the moving averages. But I wanted to show you this downward channel that we're in. We kind of, we're hovering here. We're at just barely under 400. We're at 399.09. So if we get back above that 400 level and start to rally up, we'll have resistance around 410 or 411 area. but that would be ideal. If we stay below the 400 level, we could possibly come back down to 394 or down to even 390. There's a SPY on the weekly, just so you can see where our support levels are. You see here that we're below the 100, above the 200, and I put these support lines as far as kind of break points here based on history. And you see that we tagged one of these lines that we talked about where we had our breakout. We talked about also we had this gap fill that happened yesterday. So just looking at do we get some support here and bounce off, or we're going to break down further through some of these other levels. Triple Qs closed on a new low today as well. Did find support here at 295.66, and we're right now currently above 300, which is good. So we'll see if Triple Qs is ready to make a move here, possibly get a little relief rally, or if not, if it breaks below that 295.66 level, look for a play down to 280. Semiconductors, this on a weekly chart as well. You see here, new low, and we have support down here, right here to 2015, so $215. So we'll see if that's the next level we come and break off of. If we can get back above 233, then we may be able to start rallying above towards those moving averages. This is IWM on a weekly chart, small caps. We're right on the 50 moving average. If we break below this 175 area, look for continuation play down to 149. Get back above 197, we can start to rally up and get out above these moving averages here and get bullish again, at least on a monthly chart. So financials, you can see here we have support down here, our trend line here at 32, 33. We did break down below the 100-day moving average, which means we could come down and visit this $30 level we talked about last night. So, but if we can get back above 34, then we hopefully start to rally back towards those other moving averages. The healthcare sector, close below again. So heading towards these lows, 123.60 area, which should be support, and we should get a bounce off there. You can see that's kind of where we're at before. We have, a breakup candle here. That's kind of where we broke out before, 123 area. Got support here and again here. So looking to see if we get support and get a bounce, similar to what we have in the past. Gold, continue to pull back here. So looking for support here around this 1823 area. If we don't, we may come down here to this support level here with 1764 area. You see it was support here, going to bounce off of it, a few times along the way, through 2021. So we could very well come back down to the 1761 area, 64 area if we continue to see weakness in gold. But right now we're kind of right in the middle of the ranges. So just got to watch gold and see where it decides to go. If you're getting into it now, I would probably wait and wait till either comes down into support or breaks above resistance and provides has a new level of support. Bitcoin continues to come down here towards the 200. We talked about this. We broke that 100. We broke our trend line, and now we're down close to 200. So 2,700 is the next line in the sand. If we break 2,700, very well could be coming down, to 20,000 or 16,000. But it continues to show bearish momentum here. So we'll see if that 200 on a weekly holds. If not, we'll move to monthly chart and look at our next levels. But definitely the wind is getting pulled out of all of these cells as far as these Bitcoin and the market right now. Ethereum, same thing. We're right just barely below the 100 moving average. So we got to get back above 2344 if we want to recover and try to rally up. If not, we should have support 2159 or possibly down to the 200 moving average at 1628. Algo is pulling down here. Just this either creates a double bottom. If it fails and goes down through 53, it's either going to be short an opportunity or just take it off for now until the overall market starts to pick up again. That's our cryptos, our stocks, and our small caps that we've looked at. Definitely follow our Discord. And you can find that link at down below, or go to finwealthlive.com and join us for trading. And let's crush this market. If it's going to be a bear market, as a trader, we'll short stocks. And until it turns around, and then we'll go long on stocks. But as a trader, you're playing the market both directions. As an investor, you're looking at bargains, and so there are some bargains right now. Will they come down lower? Possibly. So that's where you average in. You buy a little bit now. If it goes down, you buy a little bit more. Some people are saying, "Hey, I think I'm going to go all in now." I'm like, okay, you can do that, but if there's more downside, just know that you need to hold out for that or stop out. So it's just better if you really want to get into the market now, to average in, if you really are going to hold long term. If not, trade with us. We'll trade it down. We'll trade the stock up. We'll just take advantage of whatever the market gives us each day, and we'll just continue to kill it out there. So trade with us. Stay safe out there. Have a great night. We'll talk tomorrow night. See how your trading went. Talk about what the next levels are, and get a game plan for the next day. Everybody have a great night.